taifa, jangili ni adui wa taifa, jangili ni adui wa taifa, jangili ni adui wa taifa. Hapana, 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 ujangili huu,
jangili hapana. Jangili ni adui wa taifa, tunasema hapana. Ewe rafiki yangu tembo, sijalala wala sitalala tena mpaka thamani yako wakurudishie. Wanakuita tembo, mfalme. Sifa na majina yote tunakupatia, wanakupatia, lakini kumbe lengo lao wakuue. Sitakubali, hatutakubali. Waziri hatakubali, wadau hawatakubali. Hebu tusikilize sauti zao zenye upole, zenye unyenyekevu, zinazotoka ndani katika uvungu wa nyayo zao. Wanasema, heri nyinyi mngekuwa sisi na sisi mngekuwa nyinyi. Labda mngehisi uchungu na maumivu tunayoyapata. Kama mwezi kutupiga picha, mnatupiga risasi, basi tuacheni, ishini maisha yenu na sisi tuishi maisha yetu. Tumechoka kuuawa. Wamechoka kuuawa. Hivi itakuwaje mamia na mamilioni wanaofunga safari kuja kumwona tembo ikiwa hatokuwepo? Itakuwaje? Tunasahau usemi wa Mwalimu aliposema, uzuri wa tembo si kwa mvuto wa macho na burudani tu, bali ni tunu kwa vizazi vyetu vijavyo na vinavyokuja. Jangili ni adui wa taifa. Wadau mnakutana hapa kwa ajili ya kumuhifadhi, kwa ajili ya kumlinda, kwa ajili ya kumtunza. Mwekeni mkakati tembo. Baadhi ya mataifa hawana tembo tena, hawapo, wamekwisha. Tembo anapenda picha, hapendi risasi. Jangili ni adui wa taifa. Wadau, tuseme hapana kuuawa tembo. Hapana.
Hapana, 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 jangili huu, hapana, hapana, jangili huu.
Kila mmoja aseme hapana kwa mkono wake. Hapana, hapana, hapana.
Jangili ni adui wa taifa, jangili ni adui wa taifa,
Jangili ni adui wa taifa,
jangili ni adui wa taifa, jangili ni adui wa taifa. Hapana, hapana, hapana.
It's warm. I found some of the very good Swahili speakers, especially from this table here. Can somebody translate what the song was about? Can you do that, Mheshimiwa? Simply, the the artists have designed this music, which is actually addressing the policy implementation and also mainly the elephant management plan. And the message in there is that everybody says no to elephant poaching. Everybody loves elephants. And it says no. Even the minister doesn't like the poachers. Even the communities don't like the poachers. Poachers are enemies. And repeated, hapana. You know what's hapana? If you don't know now, that's hapana. Hapana means no, 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 no. No, 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 no. A new word for those who are new in Kiswahili. So it was repeating messages that say, let's say no to poachers. Let's not accommodate them. Elephants and wildlife are assets to the larger community. And the team there is very good. I hope next time they can also sing in English. Okay, a big hand for them, please. Let's go 1, 2, 3 claps. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go. 1. Thank you very much indeed. So I would like to combine the following items just to introduce the day and the presentation from Dr. Fortunata Msofe, who is the Acting Director of Wildlife, to take us through what is this that we want to do today. And directly from there, I would ask her to invite the Deputy Minister to invite the guest of honor, if that's the protocol. All right? Madam Msofe, with a lot of pleasure, karibu.
Thank you so much, facilitator. Good evening, everyone. I know today we are gathered here for dinner, so it's not about speeches, but we have to introduce what's the reason that we are here. So, guest of honor, Honorable Angela Kairuki, Member of Parliament and Minister of Natural Resources and Tourism. Honorable Dunstan Kitandula, Member of Parliament, Deputy Minister of Natural Resources and Tourism. I would like to recognize the presence of the Ambassador of Japan, His Excellency Misushi Misawa, is it right? And then Ambassador of Finland, Her Excellency Teresa Zitting, Deputy Head of Mission, Embassy of Sweden, Sandra Bizer, Political and Economic Counselor, U.S. Embassy, Jonathan Howard. I would like to recognize resident representative of UNDP, Karibu Sana. I would like also to recognize all distinguished guests who are here before us. And so, as I said, we are gathered here for the launch of the Wildlife Policy Implementation Strategy and the Tanzania Elephant Management Plan 2023-2033. And because we are not going to give a lot of speech tonight, I would like to invite my colleagues, first Eligi Kimario, to give just a snapshot of what is in the strategy, and then Elisante Ombeni should give us also a snapshot of the elephant management plan. Karibuni sana.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Eligi Kimario. I am Principal Game Officer from Wildlife Division, Ministry of Natural Resources and Tourism. I will take you through the I will take you shortly on wildlife policy implementation strategy, which the Honorable Minister is going to launch soon. Yeah, my presentation will cover overview of Tanzania network of PAs, wildlife policy of Tanzania of 2007, the review of the implementation of wildlife policy, key achievements, conservation challenges, and the wildlife policy implementation strategy. Yeah, Tanzania protected areas cover about 32.5% of Tanzania covers 32.5% of its land is protected areas, and they are national parks 21. We have Ngorongoro Conservation Area. We have 29 game reserves. We have game controlled areas, which are 23. We have 4 wetlands, which are Ramsar sites, including Kilombero and the Malagaras Moyos. We have 38 WMAs, 22 has authorized the association, and 16 are in different stages of attaining authorized the associations. The wildlife policy of Tanzania 2007 have the mission to conserve, manage, and to develop wildlife and wetlands resources and sustainable utilization that will contribute towards poverty reduction. And this will be done through administration and regulation, promotion of participation of stakeholders in conservation and sustainable utilization of wildlife and wetlands resources, promotion of wildlife and wetlands resources for economic development. That's why today we are here with members of different embassies and partners. It is the policy has 7 objectives. One is protection and conservation of wildlife. Second is regional and international cooperation. Third is sustainable of wildlife and wetlands resources. We have also objective for coordination and implementation of the policy. We have objective for management and development. We have the objective for strengthening resource monitoring and research. Through TAWIRI, we have Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute, which is mostly implementing this objective. We have communication and public awareness. Now we come to the evaluation of the policy implementation, and we registered a number of key achievements, including the enactment of wildlife conservation area laws, and we have a number of regulations and strategies. The strategies including the anti-poaching strategy we launched this year, and the wildlife management areas, and also human-wildlife conflict. As the conservation is improving, we register that the human-wildlife conflict is also increasing, so we have this special strategy to manage the conflicts. The other achievement is the establishment of Tanzania Wildlife Management Authority in 2015. And also, we established a multi-agency national task force, which enabled us to reduce the poaching in large extent. Another achievement is the transformation of the wildlife sector to paramilitary, which also improve the way we conducting our business to combat the poaching. And that's why we registered about 80% poaching decrease. We have also enacted a number of regulations, including dangerous animal damage cancellation regulation, corridor assessment, and also we managed to upgrade the Selous Nyasa Transfrontier area from category A to from category B to category A. We know the number of challenges. Every day we say habitat loss is a major challenge. We have this increase of human-wildlife conflict. Still, we have persistent illegal taking of wildlife and wetland resources. We have inadequate fundings, so that's why we call here development partners to contribute some funds for our business, for our conservation. Another issue is climate change and unforeseen calamities, including the diseases such as COVID-19. Now, in order to implement the wildlife policy, we have decided to develop this wildlife policy implementation strategy 2023-2033. The vision of the strategy is as it is in the policy, and is sustainable conservation of wildlife and wetlands resources. The mission is also inherited from the policy and is to conserve, manage, and develop wildlife and wetlands resources and sustainable utilization that will contribute towards poverty reduction through administration, promotion of participation of stakeholders, etc. The goals of the wildlife policy implementation strategy is as it is in the policy, that is protection and conservation of wildlife and wetlands, sustainable utilization of wildlife and wetlands, management and development of wildlife and wetlands, strengthening resource monitoring and research, enhance communication, education, and public awareness, coordinate implementation of the policy, and foster regional and international cooperation. We expecting the implementer of wildlife policy We are expecting the implementer of wildlife policy the government, local communities or development partners, conservation partners, private sector, and general public. Thank you for USAID, RTI, Tufuatilie Maliasili Tanzania for funding the development of wildlife implementation policy. Thank you.
Naam, mtazamaji wa Tanzania Safari Channel, unaendelea kufuatilia matangazo ya moja kwa moja. Ni katika uzinduzi wa mkakati wa utekelezaji wa sera ya wanyama 2023 hadi 2033, na tumepitishwa katika malengo na dira, na bila kusahau dhima ya mkakati wenyewe wa masera ambavyo itakuwa na mchango katika kulinda wanyama hasa katika hifadhi na maeneo tofauti tofauti hapa nchini. Lengo lake hasa ni kukuza hifadhi ya uanuai wa kibiolojia, lakini pia kusimamia na kuendeleza rasilimali, lakini pia kuwashirikisha wadau wote katika kuhifadhi wanyamapori na matumizi endelevu. Unaendelea kufuatilia matangazo ya moja kwa moja, na sasa tuelekee kwake mshirikishaji wa wa shughuli, ambaye anaendelea kutupitisha na kutupa ratiba ambavyo itakavyoendelea katika shughuli hii.
I participated in quite a number of these forums, and each forum has normally 60 to 80 people. So what you see here is a compilation of what was done through our involvement. And I think he mentioned the input of the USAID in this process, and the UNDP, Finnish Embassy, Netherlands. There have been so many supporting agents to make sure that the government is doing what it actually wants to do. So now calling us as stakeholders today is to know that the government appreciates our input and we're ready to move. So that's enough, because I just said one word. So Madam Sophia, I might pass the microphone back to you to go into the process of inviting the... There's one more. Say it again. There's a short one. Short presentation. The IT, are you using the computer? Is the presentation, yeah? We need the IT people to help us because it's a bit slow. When the presenter is reading the screen, the main screen is showing the previous one. So where is the presentation? Who's the presenter? Yep, done. Good. Oh, you're the one.
Thank you, moderator. Good evening, Excellence, guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is El Santo Mbeni, and I'll take you through the elephant management plan briefly. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, as my colleague has alluded, Tanzania has set aside 32.5% of its land for natural resource conservation, the commitment that has surpassed the CBD target for 2030. In 2014, between the period 2009-2014, Tanzania, as other countries in the Eastern African region, was faced a challenge of elephant poaching, which accounted for 60% decline in elephant population. And Tanzania was also categorized as the Gang of Eight. And this is the range, the elephant range. So in that crisis, Tanzania did a lot. First of all, it was strengthening the anti-poaching operation by launching the Operation Tokomeza. Some of us are aware of it. And also we established Tanzania Wildlife Management Authority to oversee conservation of wildlife outside Tanzania National Parks and Ngorongoro. But also we had a campaign which was championed by US Embassy, the boots on the ground, where they supported the ministry to recruit more than 500 rangers. But also on top of that, we developed the elephant management plan as a species-specific strategy in order to ensure that elephants are protected. The goal of this strategy or management plan was to have a functioning elephant population through secured protected areas, corridor, dispersal area, and also to ensure that human-elephant conflict are mitigated. This plan had 9 strategies, of which law enforcement was also on the top of the agenda. So this strategy was implemented between 2014 to 2019. And also we have registered a number of achievements, which include the increase in elephant population from 43,000 to around 60,000. And to date, we experience also the increase in human-elephant conflict, which also is the result of our good efforts on the ground. So this strategy was reviewed because the tenure expired in 2015, but we continue to use it. But the review noted that elephant poaching is still a challenge, which also impacts the conservation of this species, but also the issue of habitat degradation is a challenge. And today we have concluded the 2 days workshop where we discussed a lot about how we restore the wildlife corridor. Another challenge is the human-elephant conflict, which is on the increase, and it has become a challenge to the government to mitigate. So the new elephant plan, our target is to have viable habitat, because habitat has been a challenge. So we are looking forward to have a viable habitat. The component of the new plan, first of all, we are going to focus on the law enforcement, also resolving the human-elephant conflict and ensure the coexistence, but also the social dimension and economic aspect of elephant to be looked at adequately. That's why today we have the private sector with us, but also research and monitoring. Another area that we are going to focus is on the coordination and collaboration, as well as the capacity of our folks. We are expecting this plan will be implemented by the government, but also community development partners. That's why we have invited you here today. But also the private sector who are benefiting from this strategy through investment in tourism. We appreciate the Wildlife Conservation Society, the Conservation Force, who is not here, but they are following us, and all who has put effort to ensure that the development of elephant management is a success. Honorable Minister, Excellence, ladies and gentlemen, I humbly submit.
Thank you very much for that presentation. I think it has given us a highlight of what is in there. So the two bullet points there have been presented, and now at least we know what's in them. Now let me turn back to Madam Sof for the next process. Yeah?
Hello again. Thank you very much for joining us today in this very important event of launching the two documents. Now I would like to welcome Honorable Dastan Kitandula, Member of Parliament and Deputy Minister of Natural Resources and Tourism, to welcome the guest of honor for the officiating this event. Karibu.
Honorable Angela Kairuki, our Minister for Natural Resources and Tourism, Excellencies in the House, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Honorable Minister, I feel honored, really, to be able to invite you to speak to this August House. And because the House is eagerly awaiting to hear you, let me take this opportunity to welcome you. Please honor us with your gracious words. Karibu.
Naam, mtazamaji wa Tanzania Safari Channel, baada ya kuwasilishwa kwa mkakati wa utekelezaji wa sera ya wanyama ya mwaka 2023 hadi 2033, sasa ni waziri mwenye dhamana ya maliasili na utalii.
Being more of a diplomat, supposed to be in that table and not a politician. Thank you so much, Honorable Dunstan Kitandula, the Deputy Minister for Natural Resources and Tourism, the Ambassador of Japan, His Excellency Yasushi Misawa, Ambassador of Finland, my sister, Your Excellency Teresa Zitting, the Deputy Head of Mission for the Embassy of Sweden, my sister Sandra Diesel, but also Jonathan Howard, the Political and Economic Counselor from the USA Embassy, but also the Director for Economic Growth from the USAID, the Resident Representative of UNDP, the Acting Director of Wildlife, Conservation Commissioners present tonight, principals and rectors, other heads of institutions under the Ministry of Natural Resources and Tourism, conservation partners present tonight. I've seen the top leadership of TATO, or Tanzania Association of Tour Operators, private sectors present tonight, NGOs, other government officials from the other ministries. I've seen other officers from the Ministry of Finance, Vice President's Office, Prime Minister's Office, and others. Members of the media present tonight, our entertainers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. It gives me great honor, but also immense pleasure to welcome you all here tonight. Kindly allow me to take this opportunity to express on behalf of the government, our Ministry of Natural Resources and Tourism, but also on my own behalf, our sincere appreciation, and in particular for honoring our invitation to participate at this Noble Gala Dinner to launch our wildlife policy implementation strategy for the year 2023 to 2033, and also our Tanzania Elephant Management Plan for the year 2023 as well to 2033. Indeed, your presence testifies your continued commitment to support the conservation efforts, and we say asanteni sana, merci beaucoup, and thank you so much. Distinguished guests and our ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Natural Resources and Tourism, in collaboration with the other conservation partners, we continue to put various measures to secure our wildlife resources. And these efforts, measures, and initiatives include providing policy environment to strengthen our legal and regulatory framework for the conservation, protection, management, but also sustainable utilization of our wildlife resources. You will agree with me that everyone here has played an important role to support the Ministry of Natural Resources and Tourism in its conservation efforts, but also on the achievements that has been accorded over the years. The distinction and excellence you have brought, and through your honored support, we recognize and acknowledge all the support that you have accorded for us so far. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is through your extensive commitment to support the innovative efforts that has enabled our ministry to continue to adapt to meet every challenge successfully as we move forward into the future. And it is in this spirit, the Ministry of Natural Resources and Tourism, in collaboration with our partners, we have been able to develop the Wildlife Policy Implementation Strategy for the year 2023 to 2033, but we have also reviewed the Tanzania Elephant Management Plan for the year 2023 to 2033. I would not like to dwell much upon them, as you've heard a presentation from Mr. Kimario from the Department of Wildlife, who gave a snapshot of what the Wildlife Policy Implementation Strategy and the Elephant Management Plan entails. But you've also heard from the achievements that we've reached so far in our wildlife sector, but also the conservation challenges that we face in our country. The intervention under the strategy, but also under the Elephant Management Plan, will also focus on the use of science and technology to address the conservation challenges that we have in our current time. The implementation of this strategy and the Elephant Management Plan obviously needs technical, financial, and material support, which, as government alone, cannot be able to fulfill and fund. And it is therefore considering this fact, we have prepared the financing and fundraising plan for the year 2023 to 2033 through the Combating of Poaching and Illegal Wildlife Trade project, so as to be able to mobilize the needed resources. It is therefore in this regard that this evening has been prepared and has been specially hosted for you, so as to honor you and your highly valued contributions that you have made so far, but also as a milestone for us and to create a new vision that will guide us in our future together. This strategy and the Elephant Management Plan that I'll launch later on calls for close collaboration to serve our unique heritage for our current but also for our future generations, failure of which our generation will be lost forever. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would not like to talk much, as we've had 2 long days cracking as to what we need to do to be able to restore our wildlife corridors, and henceforth I'd like to make sure I keep my dinner remarks extremely short, as I'm sure everyone is looking forward for the launching, but also to enjoy the rest of the night, but also to enjoy the dinner and the entertainment groups that we have here tonight. Therefore, kindly allow me to conclude these brief remarks by sincerely thanking UNDP, thanking USAID for the support that you avail us in organizing this event, and indeed to all of you, the diplomatic community, but also the donor agencies and the development partners, private sector, NGOs, government officials, once again for your usual efforts and support and commitments towards the wildlife conservation. And for this, I say thank you so much, and asanteni sana, and arigato. But lastly, it will be a big remiss of me if I don't thank each and one of you for availing your precious time tonight to come and honor us with your presence and participate in this organized dinner and the launching of our wildlife policy implementation strategy and the Elephant Management Plan. I wish all of you Merry Christmas and a prosperous and fruitful New Year 2024. Thank you, and asanteni sana.
Naam, mtazamaji wa Tanzania Safari Channel, ni hotuba ya Mheshimiwa Waziri wa Maliasili na Utalii Angela Kairuki, ambayo inayatazama mengi katika kuhakikisha maliasili na utalii sekta tofauti tofauti zinaendelea kukua. Sasa ni wasawa burudani ambayo watu wetu walioko hapa wanaburudika. Tuendelee kutazama hapa.
Asante sana mgeni rasmi waziri wetu. Thank you very much, our guest of honor and our minister. Now we have it. Kazi kwetu. So let's go to the real event. When you go to a wedding, there are all those words, good, beautiful words, lovely words. But when it comes to the time of putting a wedding ring on, this is the time. So I would like to invite the high table to come and actually do the launching. The ladies, can you help us? And wakati tunafanya hivi, naomba vijana mtusaidie kusogeza viti mbele kidogo kwa ajili ya session inayofuata. Okay. Kimoja. Anakata kimoja. Kimoja hapana. Mmoja halafu tutashika waonyeshe. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Done. That was one. The second one, the first was action plan. Now the other one is a policy. 1, 2, 3, go! Asanteni sana, ha?
Mkakati wa utekelezaji wa sera ya wanyama mwaka 2023.
I wish to declare the wildlife policy implementation strategy for the year 2023 to the year 2033 officially launched, and the Tanzania Elephant Management and Action Plan for the year 2023-2033 also officially launched tonight. Thank you so much.
Sasa shughuli ya uzinduzi wa mkakati wa utekelezaji wa sera ya wanyama mwaka 2023-2033 tayari imezinduliwa, na ukitazama Tanzania ilivyobarikiwa kuwa na vivutio vingi vya asili kama vile mandhari ya kuvutia, maeneo ya kihistoria, lakini pia hifadhi zenye wanyamapori wengi. Sasa sera hii itakuwa msingi mkubwa wa kulinda hifadhi hizi, lakini pia maeneo tofauti ambayo Tanzania imebarikiwa kuwa nayo. Ni Waziri wa Maliasili na Utalii Angela Kairuki ambaye ndiye mgeni rasmi katika uzinduzi huu, na tayari uzinduzi umekwisha fanyika. Na katika matarajio ya sera hii, namna ambavyo itakuwa na mchango mkubwa katika kuhakikisha inakuza na kuhifadhi anuai za kibiolojia, lakini pia kusimamia na kuendeleza rasilimali. Sasa tuendelee kusikiliza kile ambacho kinaendelea kujiri na kupeleka moja kwa moja kwake mshereheshaji wa shughuli hii.
Please. Karibuni. Yeah, just behind there. Just behind. Oops. Please come forward. Government staff. Government, come on this side. Ready to go. Wafanyikazi wa serikali, Wizara ya Maliasili na Utalii. Wafanyikazi wa serikali, Wizara ya Maliasili na Utalii. I thought some of you are from the military. Karibuni. Yeah. Asante. Organizing committee wabakie pale. Organizing committee. Organizing committee, please.
Na mtazamaji wa Tanzania Safari Channel, unaendelea kufuatilia matangazo ya moja kwa moja katika shughuli ya uzinduzi wa mkakati wa utekelezaji wa sera ya wanyama mwaka 2023 hadi 2033, ambapo shughuli yote imekwisha kamilika hapa. Nikukumbushe tu kuwa historia ya uhifadhi wa wanyama inarudi nyuma mwaka 1891 wakati sheria za kudhibiti uwindaji zilipoanzishwa na utawala wa Wajerumani. Sheria hizi zilidhibiti uvunaji wa wanyama, mbinu za uwindaji wa biashara ya wanyama pori, ambapo baadhi na aina ya wanyama waliokuwa hatarini kutowekwa walilindwa kabisa na sheria hizi, pamoja na sera ambazo zimeendelea kutengenezwa na hakika ni kuhakikisha zinalinda rasilimali hizi muhimu. Wanyamapori wa Tanzania ni urithi wa asili pekee na rasilimali yenye ukubwa kitaifa na hata kimataifa, na umuhimu wake hasa umejikita katika thamani ya kibiolojia ya species zenyewe na mazingira asili yaliyopo Tanzania, thamani yake ya kiuchumi na hata uwezo wake katika kuchangia kwenye maendeleo endelevu ya Tanzania. Baada ya shughuli nzima ya uzinduzi, kinachoendelea kwa sasa ni zoezi la picha ambalo wageni tofauti na wadau mbalimbali wakiwa na mgeni rasmi wapiga picha ya pamoja, picha ya ukumbusho kabisa ambayo itaendelea kudumu katika historia ya Wizara ya Utalii, Wizara ya Maliasili na Utalii. Sera ya wanyama hasa ina lengo la kuhifadhi maeneo ambayo ni ya maeneo makubwa ambayo yanawakalisha ama ni makazi muhimu kwa wanyama, lakini pia wajibu wake ni kuendelea kutoa msaada, na hasa pale inapokuwa lazima kupanua mtandao wa maeneo yaliyohifadhiwa, lakini pia kuongeza mapato ya fedha za kigeni kutokana na uhifadhi wake. Lakini pia wajibu wake wa sera hizi ni kuoanisha uhifadhi wa wanyamapori na maendeleo huko vijijini. Lakini pia sera hizi zitakuwa ni msingi mkubwa wa kuchochea matumizi endelevu na ya kisheria ya rasilimali za wanyamapori. Kufuatia kuwepo kwa sheria na sera tofauti ambazo zinaiongoza Wizara ya Maliasili na Utalii, kufuatana na uwekezaji mkubwa pia ambao unaendelea kufanyika na serikali, na hata idadi ya watalii imekuwa ikiongezeka siku hadi siku. Sasa moja kwa moja nikupeleke kwake mshereheshaji wa shughuli hii ambaye nalo jambo la kutupitisha katika shughuli hii yote.
We have been shown the tools, we have been presented what the tools contain. So let's get some few words from representation of all of us. The first one, I would like to invite the representative of the private sector. We have 2 minutes each. 2 minutes each. I can see Willie shaking his hand like that. I am not very sure. 3 minutes. Oh my God. First of all, can I invite your executive secretary? Let me invite your the secretary, Mr. Srini. Can you come to the front? I know there's also a bit of protocols upon the whole for you. Let's say a word or two and then invite you.
Asante sana. So, Excellencies, Honorable Minister, because I'm with my chairman and my job is to invite him. So, Mr. Wilbert Chambulo, I'm very humbled indeed today to invite you formally. And I'm proud of you, very proud of my chairman.
We business people, when you get old, we go to the politics, the other way around. Thank you. Good evening. I will be very brief if I can. My name is Wilbert Chambulo. I'm a chairman of Tanzania Association of Tour Operator. And thank you very much, Madam Minister. We invite for invitation. But in the whole invitation letter, I clicked 2 things. Everything else, it was okay. The quick one I clicked was reclaiming wildlife corridor. The other one was fund for anti-poaching. Listen carefully here. I'm here standing today, if you will allow me, we private sector, we can give you $15 million every year. Don't clap first. Let's go slowly. We can give you $15 million every year. But when you get free money or fund, whatever, always has the conditions. I believe also our friends, our supporters, they give conditions. This is why I told you to give me a little bit of time. In 2017, myself and small team, after seeing that our businesses, tourism and wildlife, and thank you for all of you taking care of it, it's our life. You touch the wildlife, you touch my life. You touch the corridor, you touch my life. Whatever you do. And I want that money I made, my children and grandchildren to inherit the money. But it's coming from where? It's coming from the wildlife reserve and so on and so forth. In Tanzania, we're in a big danger. I'm a private sector. We are all happy that we have 32% of land set aside for natural resources of wildlife. We are a growing nation. 65 million in about another 20 years, will be 100 million. The demand will be land every day. Now, for me it clicks. You have already 35% of land set aside, that with these strategies and laws and regulation, we human beings are not supposed to be there. Today, we are going again to look for the corridor that we lost, Madam Minister. Today, when I'm in Dar es Salaam, my manager called me. And what happened? Between Lake Burungi, I've invested in WMA Lake Burungi, Wildlife Management Area, big investment. Between Lake Burungi, you have a lake, and the eye where the water comes to the lake. But you have the village, and you have Tarangire National Park. So what happened, and this is, I'm sorry for that to say, sometimes I say too much truth. I asked the WMA that I want to extend to build another little lodge because the business is good. Thank you to our president with the royal tours, and thank you to you, to everybody, really work hard to revive tourism to Tanzania. So I went to this WMA. No problem, write a letter, we need to reinvest here. Come the stories. Oh, you know, we need a meeting. We need this. I say, no worries, you continue with your meeting. At the border of WMA and the village, I went to the Mwenyekiti. Mwenyekiti, is it possible to buy this land? Yes, it's possible. Brings like 50 people. Because poor guys, they have the land, it's their land, they are planting, elephants come, they destroy everything. They plant and the birds come, destroy everything. The rain is not there. And the place is full of magadi, you know, this soda. And sometimes they plant something, sometimes they harvest, sometimes they not. How much? 2.5 million per acre. 2.5 million per acre, yes. How many? Everybody, the whole village arrive. And if you know the place very well, it's between the big line of electricity coming from Kidatu, whatever, going all over. So that particular area is very pretty. And in Tanzania, I know you know, close one area, just close a little bit. Go for 1 year, come back. Trees will come, elephants, everything will come. It's like unbelievable, unbelievable. So I bought the land. After I bought the land, I start to move bricks in the land. When I move the bricks in the land, today, when I'm here in Dar es Salaam, 230 people come, they want to sell the whole thing, which I can connect with Tarangire National Park. Now, I am a private sector. I can go to the village, I can buy the land. I have no conflict with nobody. Try Tanapa or somebody to go. No, these people, they come to kill us. These people, they come to chase us. These people, they come to do this. You get what I'm saying? I think we understand each other what I'm trying to say here. That these corridors are kind of gone. But these corridors are the land of somebody. Because in this country, in my country, Tanzania, the land belongs to somebody. There is no free land here. No free land. Now, how do you go to convince a villager who our life is today? Tomorrow, God knows. I want to live today. Tomorrow, God knows. When I threw mbegus in the shamba, it's like tutakutana palizi. I don't know if it will rain or it will not rain. You see, so the easiest way is us, private sector, come to the corridors and try to work with the villagers straight, because the villagers want straight money. You still have, a lot to do as a government. 32 point whatever % of the land, it is on your hands. But this corridor, if we can arrange that private sector comes in, buy or invest in those areas, because our business is wildlife. Now, when we are there, we're becoming ndugus, we're becoming friends with the people, because we will live with them. They will bring their ng'ombe, say, bwana wewe lete ng'ombe yako usiku piga mara moja, watalii wakiondoka hapa wewe asubuhi usilete. Tumemaliza mchezo. We don't fight. That's how we walk. That's how we operate. So I suggest we have to look on it. The corridors. And all corridors in this country is full of wildlife. No question. No question. Last one, I want to put on this, how do we sustain our anti-poaching? In 2017, myself, Crazy Willie, I met with big guys, Sopa, Serena, I'm sorry to make the names of the people, but big guys, big players in the industry of tourism. So I asked them, guys, because it was the situation whereby I was in Serengeti, and I was standing in Serengeti, and somebody tell me, did you see the snares? I say, what is the snares? It's the wires which they snare the wildlife. And it was like this house, was like these people, snares, because they know the corridor where the wildlife goes, and they snare, they put snares. Those snares, Madam Minister, they have labels of kanga. Yani wanakuwa na lebo ya kanga. Yani kanga hii ni ya Angela, kanga hii ni ya Chambulo. Yani ziko kwa kanga, kwa kala. I was surprised, and then I sit down because I was so shocked. Then I came to Arusha. I mobilized all these rich people, including myself. I'm not poor. So I mobilized these people, and we start meetings, big meetings. And it was full of people. Oh, it's a good idea. And the idea was, each one of us in the tourism business give $1 per person per night. Mind you, we are charging these tourists, not you, but the tourists, and thank you for making them come. Please bring us more. These tourists, we are charging between $166 to $300 to $1,000 a night. If you add $1, they don't even understand you. It's like, why don't you put more? It's same thing like what you were talking with the TDL, whatever. It was not a big issue. To add $1 of somebody spending $300, come on. Now, then we went through this snaring project. It's a big project. I was left behind. But thank God, until today, the snaring project works and still survive. And we do very simple. Up to yesterday, I pulled the thing, and we work with Germans. Frankfurt Zoology Society, you know Germans are straightforward. The money is not stolen, the money is straight, and then we see the data. Every quarter, the numbers of the data. How many snaring, how many diesel was bought, how many cars. We buy pickups, not Land Cruiser VX, new model. No, we buy pickups. And how do we operate? We operate with ex-poachers and retired rangers from Tanapa. We pay them because they are going to die. When they starve, they're going to die. But they love the bush job. So we employ them, we pay extra money, and then we take the ex-poachers, we pay them, and we have a project called Kikoba in the villages around, and then they buy piki. Of course, they bring some piki also to poaching, but most of piki they use for transportation. So we create a job. So that's what we did. And then, until yesterday, the quarter of September, we collected $1 million+ US dollars from only few of us, because most of the other big guys left the bus. Why? It's because they are claiming if they will put $1, the government must exempt them from taxes. I refuse this myself. I say, no. I will give $1 per person per night. I will pay the government 45% as taxes, and then I will pay the snaring 52% of $1. Because if you want to pay, don't give excuses. Don't say, oh, because the government they have to exempt me. Okay, if they don't want to exempt you, so you don't give. So this is how we operate. So out of $1 million, like $480,000 went on taxes. Taxes, VAT and corporate tax. But we survive. We catch 90,000+ wires. And what we do with the wires, we bring to Arusha, chuma chakavu, tunawauzia Wahindi. We sell in the town of Arusha. There is a smelter, you call smelter, what do you call Arusha vyuma wale? Tunawauzia. Tukiwauzia tunanunua diesel, zinaenda porini. Magari, all the cars are controlled. We work together with TANAPA and Frankfurt Zoology Society. And our job as a private sector is to finance and to pay salaries. Job of TANAPA Ranger inside the Land Cruiser pickup is to catch now the poacher and to take the poacher. This we are not get involved. Because if you get involved, you are in a problem. It's a politic and this and this. But we leave TANAPA to do their job of Kamata. That's how we operate. Now, I want to give you $15 million every year. Would you take it? Of course. We want, if the numbers are correct, we're talking about 1.6 million tourists in Tanzania. Thank God. We are talking about average of 9 nights per tourist. Now, if I pay you, and we can do, because he's under your powers, we can regulate. We say, okay, private sector and institution, TANAPA, TAWA, whatever, we control. We don't want the money to go to Uncle Sam. We want the money to go to the private sector, private bank, like the money. We charge $1, regulate, no problem, because we try voluntarily. It never worked. And I was left behind alone, personally. Myself and some few people are paying this snaring. But it's okay. They will learn. Now, when we regulate this, because we wanted, and you want, because it's our country, we have to show first, what are we doing ourselves? Mtoto wako akioa anataka tu achangiwe, hapana, yeye ana nini? You see what I'm saying? What do you have? Then we charge $1 per person per night, or $1 per tourist per night. It is $9 times 1.6. You have your $15 million. Easy. Easy. In 10 years, you have $150 million. But if ikikupendeza, na kama unaona inafaa, I'm talking Swahili a little bit. Kama inafaa, akiamguzwa pesa, kuruza VX hatutaki zenye kutoa nani kiyoyozi. Hapana. We want pickup. We want our teeth inside the man, not an officer or retired officer of the railway. You get what I'm saying? Because they don't understand. I want, when I put my money, I have the teeth in my money. Lakini kama mimi Chambulo nimeweka kwenye hiyo dola milioni 15, nimeweka milioni, yule ananifuatia wa chini, yeye ndiye atakuwa assistant wangu huko. Mimi ndio nakaa hapa juu. Ili nichunge hela yangu niliyotoa. Baada ya kusema hiyo mawili, na kuombeni muondoke nayo, please, ukilala usiku fikiria hivyo vitu viwili tu. Korido ni ardhi ya watu. Mutaenda kugombana na wananchi bure. Wale ndio wajumbe kwenye kura. Sasa unagombanaje naye? Sisi wafanya biashara ni hela inatembea. You give money, anachukua hela yake anasepa. Anakuachia ardhi. Disnaring. Jamani, Watanzania tujifunze kujichangia wenyewe. Tatizo ni kwamba ile pesa ikienda kule kwenye meza kuu, hairudi tena huku. Tumeona hata kwenye TDL si hivyo hivyo. Hiyo hela tumeiona. Labda ipo lakini hatujui. Baada ya kusema hayo, mheshimiwa, nashukuru sana, nimeona nisipoteze nauli yangu bure. Nije hata angalau niongee kidogo hapa. Maana ni gali. Asante bana. Unishike mkono. Haya bana.
Asante sana. Willie Chambulo, I knew him about 40 years ago.
No, 30.
30 plus. I'm sitting at it. And what I can define his character in Finnish language, what is Jiri Sisu? Sisu.
Jesus Christ.
Sisu, no. Power. And if you like, Google the film known as Sisu. A struggler. He struggles to the end. He told the USID head of mission, was it about 5 years ago, his story and his background, where he is today. He is moving tourism industry. If each one of us can do only 5%, we'll be very far.
Thank you.
All the best of luck. That's why I started with the private sector, and you can see how they can drive conservation. Thank you very much. Makofi. Thank you so very much. And if you like to Google the snaring project, just go to Tato. It will show you what they do. It's massive. You can't imagine how much snaring happens there. And if you don't know what snaring is like, just the wire from inside the tire can kill an elephant, can bring down a giraffe. So you can imagine they're collecting all those, bring them to town, and these guys are installing some new ones. So we need to support the private sector because they're supporting us. Thank you very much. And let me ask, if it were you, would you stop him from speaking? It would be very difficult because every minute is $1. So the next, PAMS Foundation, on behalf of NGOs, we are not marginalizing anyone, we just need some few representation. Elder Karibu-san.
Thank you. Honorable Guest of Honor, Angela Kairuki, Member of Parliament, Minister for Natural Resources and Tourism, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the previous speaker has set a precedent, so you should not cut me short. I wish to extend our sincere appreciation to you, Honorable Minister, and your esteemed Minister of Natural Resources and Tourism for inviting us to be part of this gallant gathering tonight. Tonight, we celebrate the ongoing efforts dedicated to safeguarding the natural health of our beloved country. The launching of the national strategies and plans to support wildlife conservation is indeed timely to continue guiding our collaborative interventions. PAMS Foundation started its operation in Tanzania in 2009, and since then, our partnership with the ministry has been a source of pride and accomplishment, particularly in our joint commitment to combating poaching and illegal wildlife trafficking through supporting the National Task Force Anti-Poaching. And Honorable Guest of Honor will continue supporting the National Task Force on a monthly basis as we've been doing. Also, we've been supporting the prosecution of environmental crimes, provision of specialized training for law enforcers and the justice stakeholders, provisions and the maintenance of vehicles and field equipment. Under the able leadership and the guidance of your esteemed ministry and the collaboration with other stakeholders, our support has complemented and contributed to improved performance, which is evident in the increase of arrest of high-level criminals, dismantling of poaching syndicates, seizure of assorted illegally traded wildlife specimens, robust investigations, enhanced prosecution, increased convictions, preemption and the prevention of wildlife crime, as well as strengthened collaboration among law enforcement agencies. The support has significantly contributed to this event. This event today presents good news for all of us who stand for wildlife as we reflect on some of the accomplishments. We eagerly anticipate the continuation of this fruitful partnership. Together, we will face new challenges and seize new opportunities. With your ministry leading the way, we are confident that the future holds even greater accomplishments in preserving our country's natural treasures. This will not only contribute to the overall health of our nation, but also attract those from afar willing to invest civic in the country to experience what others have regrettably lost. Thank you again for your unwavering commitment to the well-being of Tanzania, and we look forward to the continued collaboration. Thanks very much. I submit. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. That was sharp and brief. Next would be UNDP. Yes, please.
Thank you very much.
I came to Honorable Minister, Honorable Deputy Minister, our Excellencies, our colleagues, Excellencies and excellent partners from private sector, good evening. My name is Shigeki Komatsubara. I'm new resident representative of UNDP in Tanzania. I left Malawi 2 months ago, where I was resident representative of Tanzania. I made a farewell speech. After the speech, one of my colleagues from UNHCR came to me and told me, Shigeki, it was a great speech. And he said it was short. So today, I'll try to be as short as possible so that I don't become somebody standing between you and the dinner. Point one, I really, on behalf of UNDP, wish to express our gratitude and congratulations for adoption of these very important strategies. I know this doesn't come easy, but I understand the significance of this strategy for Tanzania's future. So first of all, I wish to express our appreciation and gratitude for the government of Tanzania in adoption, and we look forward to working together in implementation. Secondly, I came here in Oriental. The year I was born, you were born, is associated with an animal. I was born in the year of the horse. Having said that, I came to pay respect to elephants and all wildlife because not only I love elephants and wildlife, but I think this represents a very strategic leadership of Tanzania in finding a path for green economic transformation. We just finished COP28, and we renewed our commitment to fight climate change together. There are lots of discussions behind it. I think there are ongoing discussions on how developing countries should be given enough resources and enough leeway to continue to develop our own economy, while globally we work together to fight the impact of climate change. Some says it's a bit unfair that developing countries are now somewhat constrained in how we can develop our economy. But others say, having said that, it is a global family and we need to work together to combat what is impacting us. And Africa can find the path for green industrial revolution. And I call it green economic transformation. And when we talk about us living together with the nature, coexisting with animals, and then creating economic values out of it for our continued growth. And you see those strategies in that light, probably you would agree with me how strategic this is and insightful this is, that Tanzania came up with this kind of vision and strategy. Therefore, I came here not only to applaud Tanzania's commitment to protect wildlife and support elephants families, but really in the larger picture for Tanzania's insights and vision to create a new path for green economic transformation, win-win solutions for our common future. I came from Japan originally, ambassadors here, where one of our ethos is living together with the nature. We are part of the bigger nature. We are let live by the nature. Therefore, it is our responsibility to take care of each other. Since I came to Tanzania, my heart was really warmed by the same spirit of mutual respect, solidarity for common prosperity for all. And that is something fundamental UNDP is also committed to find a path to grow our economy together, to improve our lives together, while protecting our mother nature. With that, I'd like to again express a heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for the government of Tanzania and all our friends. And I do, on behalf of UNDP, look forward to working with all of you to translate this into a reality which I'm sure would make Tanzania and Africa proud in our global fight against climate change. Thank you very much, and I wish you a nice rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Finally, Tufuatilie Maliasili from USAID, and on behalf of the organizing committee, there was a small computer error. The USAID logo should have been on somewhere up there, but the computer did like that, and they did notice. So I think we all appreciate that significant support also came from Tufuatilie Maliasili, and I think they also funded quite a bit of the next event, next activity. So somebody from USAID, Tufuatilie Maliasili? USAID, Tufuatilie Maliasili? You're looking at your friend, eh? Thank you.
Yes. Honorable Minister, Honorable Deputy Minister, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests. My apologies, we were debating whether it should be the Tufuatilie Maliasili or USAID give you these remarks. My name is Jason Koh. I work for USAID, and I bring the greetings and the congratulations of Ambassador Michael Battle and USAID Mission Director Craig Hart. I'll be very brief because if I am correct, I'm going to get the last remarks before dinner. So we just wanted to congratulate the ministry on the launching of these two strategies and plans. We are very proud of our long partnership with the ministry on many wildlife actions, including these two, but also the wildlife corridor strategy that was discussed yesterday and today. And we look forward to many more years of collaboration moving forward. Personally, I just want to also add that I feel so blessed to be living here in Tanzania with the wonderful and warm people of Tanzania, and also the amazing wildlife that we have here that everyone has previously discussed. So, asante sana, and bon appetit.
Thank you very much, USAID, and I think we're getting there. Why shouldn't we clap a bit more hands for all of those who contributed after the official launch? Let's go with a lot of claps. Asanteni sana, and I'm sure that you know that a wedding is successful if people attend. So this event is successful because you've attended. So we need to now move to the next activity, which is actually the most. That's why we are called here, not on the football ground. So dinner is served on that side. I think you saw where the plates are. And I would like to invite the high table to be ushered and collect the dinner and come and occupy that table. And meanwhile, we can have a silent music, kuliani burudani. If that team is with you, you're sure that the food will go down very well. So asanteni sana, tujipigie makofi wote again. Look at your program properly. After dinner, it's a self-management after that. You know what that means? It's Friday night. So we have no other discussions after dinner.
Naam, mtazamaji wa Tanzania Safari Channel, bado tupo katika matangazo ya moja kwa moja kutoka katika uzinduzi, na tayari uzinduzi wa mkakati wa utekelezaji wa sera ya wanyama mwaka 2023 hadi 2033, miaka 10 hii ya kuleta mapinduzi katika sekta hii ya maliasili na utalii, na namna ambavyo sekta hii imeendelea kuwa na mchango mkubwa. Na katika hotuba yake, waziri wa maliasili na utalii Angela Kairuki aligusia mambo kadha wa kadha ambayo yanalenga kuleta mapinduzi na mageuzi makubwa katika sekta hii. Miongoni mwa yale ambayo aliyagusia ni wizara kuendelea kulinda maliasili za Tanzania ili kuendelea kuvinufaisha vizazi vya sasa na vile vizazi vijavyo, lakini pia kuendelea kuondoa changamoto kabisa ambazo zote zinaikabili sekta hii ili kuhakikisha sekta hii inaendelea kuwa na mchango mkubwa katika kipato cha Tanzania, lakini pia matumizi ya sayansi na teknolojia ili kuhakikisha basi sekta hii inaendelea kukua. Utakumbuka kuwa kwa mjibu wa ripoti ya takwimu ya robo ya kwanza ya mwaka 2023 ni kwamba idadi ya watalii kwa kipindi cha robo ya mwaka 2023 Januari hadi Machi 2023, jumla ya watalii walioingia nchini ni 404,982 ikilinganishwa na watalii 289,372 na kwa kipindi hicho ni kwa mwaka 2022, na hapa ni sawa na ongezeko la 41.4. Na haya ni mapinduzi ambayo pamoja na kuongezwa kwa sera hizi yatakuwa kichocheo kikubwa cha utekelezaji na kulinda maliasili hizi. Baada ya zoezi zima la uzinduzi la sera hii ya wanyama ya mwaka 2023 hadi 2033, waziri wa maliasili na utalii sasa anaondoka katika ukumbi huu na kuashiria sasa wizara ya maliasili na utalii iko tayari kuendelea kulinda maliasili za hapa nchini. Na mambo mazuri tunakwambia, wizara inakwambia tumerithishwa na tuarithishe, na nikwambia tu wewe mtazamaji wa Tanzania Safari Channel, kaa tayari Jumapili hii nasi tutakuwa na kuanzia pale saa 3 kamili usiku kupitia Tanzania Safari Channel. Basi utashuhudia exclusive ya msanii lakini mwanamitindo Irene Uwoya akiwa ndani ya hifadhi ya taifa Serengeti kule mkoani Mara. Na kwa sasa tusikilize burudani ya muziki kutoka kwa Mrisho Mpoto.
Sondela, nalo tando lwa, tando ye motalaye. Ebalo sanja Sondela, nalo tando lwa, tubele lwa, tatu tando lwa. Balo sanja yo yo yo, nyaduri sogala, ay ay ay, nyaduri binyagang ngaboni, yo yo yo, nyaduri binyagang ngaboni sogala, ay ay ay, zantoni soben laje, hey, zantoni soben laje sogala. Zontani zobenlade, zontani zobenlade, zogala.
Stuck on you, got on falling down there from my soul at a jet and lose. Guess I'm on my way. Need a friend, in the way I fell now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. Guess I'm on my way. I'm mighty glad to stay. I'm stuck on you, feeling for alone, that it is time for me to come home. Guess I'm on my way. Need a pain, and the way I felt now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. Guess I'm on my way. Mighty glad you stay. Oh, living on the midnight train tomorrow, and I know just where I'm going. I'm back on my troubles and I'm throwing all away.
Muulize kama ananisikia.
This time, need a darling, I'll be coming on Tuesday. I'm stuck on you, got a feeling down every my soul that I just can't lose. Guess I'm on my way. Need that friend, and the way I felt now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. Yes, I'm on my way. Mighty glad to say. Oh, mighty glad to say.
Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they'll never make it. They just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one, you're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one, you're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. And nothing better. We were the missing. They said, I bet they'll never make it. But just look at us we're still together, still going strong. You're still the one, you're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one, you're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. You're still the one. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. Nihambile jiboni mante kalelehi manjinigile jinga mafona
Na mtazamaji wa Tanzania Safari Channel, unaendelea kufuatilia matangazo ya moja kwa moja, na kwa sasa kinachoendelea ni burudani ya muziki. Na baada ya uzinduzi wa mkakati wa utekelezaji wa sera ya wanyama ya mwaka 2023 hadi 2033, ni miaka 10 ambayo inaenda kuleta mapinduzi makubwa katika sekta ya maliasili na utalii. Nilikuwa nakupitisha tu namna ambavyo sekta hii ya utalii, maliasili na utalii inavyoendelea kubadilika siku hadi siku, kwa maana ya kuleta mapinduzi makubwa. Nimekupitisha awali kuwa idadi ya watalii kwa kipindi cha robo ya kwanza ya mwaka 2023, Januari hadi Machi 2023, jumla ya watalii walioingia ndani ya nchi ni 409,982 ikilinganishwa na mwaka 2022, ambapo jumla watalii kwa robo mwaka ilikuwa 289,372. Hapa ni sawa na ongezeko la 41.4. Lakini pia idadi ya watalii kutoka nje ya nchi waliotembelea vivutio vya utalii, idadi ya watalii kutoka nje ya nchi waliotembelea vivutio vya utalii vinavyosimamiwa na wizara kwa robo ya kwanza ya mwaka 2023 ilikuwa ni 305,909, ambayo ni sawa na ongezeko la watalii 133,580. Na tunakwambia tu hapo baadaye tutapata wasaa mzuri na kufanya mahojiano na waziri wa maliasili na utalii kuhusiana na uzinduzi huu wa mkakati wa utekelezaji wa sera ya wanyama 2023-2033, namna ambavyo sera hii itakavyoleta mageuzi makubwa, lakini kwa kiasi gani italeta mtangamano na namna ambavyo itakuwa na msaada mkubwa katika kuendelea kulinda maliasili za Tanzania. Na tunakwambia Jumapili, basi wewe mtazamaji wa Tanzania Safari Channel, majira ya saa 3 kamili ya usiku kwa saa ya Afrika Mashariki, kupitia Tanzania Safari Channel utashuhudia exclusive ya msanii mwana mitindo Irene Uwoya ambaye alikuwa ndani ya hifadhi ya taifa ya Serengeti kule mkoani Mara. Basi weka tayari kwa kujionea namna ambavyo hifadhi ya taifa Serengeti inavyoendelea kuwanufaisha, lakini namna ambavyo watalii wa ndani na hata wa nje wanapofika hapo, namna wanavyonufaika na hifadhi hii. Kule nyanda za juu kusini na kaskazini zina safu nyingi za milima ya kuvutia, hasa yenye urefu wa kati ya mita 500 mpaka 1000 katika maeneo yajaliwa kuwa na vivutio tofauti tofauti vya utalii ambavyo vinakuwa ni kichocheo cha hata kuingiza kipato kutoka kwa watalii wa ndani ya nchi, lakini pia wale wa nje ya Tanzania. Lakini mlima Kilimanjaro upo pia huko kaskazini kusini mwa Tanzania, ambapo mlima Kilimanjaro wenye urefu wa mita 5895 na Meru pia mlima Meru mita 4500, nayo pia ipo kule kaskazini mashariki mwa nchi ya Tanzania. Mnaendelea kufuatilia matangazo ya moja kwa moja kutoka hapa jijini Dar es Salaam. Mimi ni John Matias na tunaendelea kupitisha hapo. Baadaye tutazungumza na waziri wa maliasili na utalii ambaye atatueleza kwa kiasi gani sera hii italeta mapinduzi na kuhakikisha maliasili na hifadhi tofauti tofauti zilizopo ndani ya nchi zinaendelea kulindwa kupitia sera na sheria mbalimbali ambazo zinaendelea kutungwa na serikali pamoja na wizara. Tupate burudani ya muziki hapa wakati tunasubiri mahojiano na Mheshimiwa Waziri wa Maliasili na Utalii.
Would you lie? Oh, please tell me this. Now would you die for the one you love? Or me in your arms tonight? I can be your hero. baby. I can't kiss away the pain. I will stand by you forever, and you can't take my breath away. Now would you swear that you'll always be mine? Would you lie, or would you run and hide? Now I'm meant to be, I've lost my mind. I don't care, you're here tonight. I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. I will stand by you forever, and you can't take my breath away. Oh, I just wanna hold you. I just wanna hold you. You, oh yeah, no meant to be. I've lost my mind. I don't care if you're here tonight. I can be your hero, baby. I will stand by you forever. You can't take my breath away. I can feel your halo. I can kiss away the pain.
Owo Pwani, tumerithishwa tuwarithishe.
Mama,